On this episode of Lapeef, Let's Talk.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna read the first part with it again. So standards are born out of options. So what I said was that whenever nobody wants you, right? We're talking about relationships. It's hard not to take what comes. The power to say no comes from knowing that this isn't your only option. So when someone has options, it's easier for them to be able to say no because they have options. But somebody, and it's easy for you to have those standards, so to speak. But somebody that doesn't have options, they'll just give right in.
Oh, that's what that meant.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I agree to that statement. That's like a man that makes over a certain amount of money and he's well put together. He has a whole bunch of options, right? Compared to women, if the older we are, if we have more baggage, multiple kids, we don't have as much options. So, we have to be more realistic in what we can obtain.
So let me say this, Logic, because I get what you're saying.
I'm just saying on the whole thing is that these men don't know what leadership is.
Yeah.
These men don't actually, they talk it sounds good, but when you get into it, you start asking about leadership, and then they giving orders through emotions because it's no plan. You know what I'm saying? In the military, we got a base order. That's our plan, right?
Yeah.
And then we get orders from that plan, and now that's how we lead. But these guys out here, when y'all, I'm not saying you, I'm saying in general.
Right.
They literally speak from a point where I should be able to do this and lead without a plan. To me, at 18 years old, it's possible. A lot of resources given to you.
Let me answer this, because I like where you're going. Let me answer this. When I was 13, I literally took over my household as a child. All right. Remember, my guys was beating my mama ass and all this other shit, right? When I was 13, I started beating up my mom's boyfriends. I beat up 3 of my mom's boyfriends, right? So that is my when it comes to any group of men, the first thing you have to do is put together an army and actually start taking shit over. You feel me? That's the first thing. You have to put together a military. I had a military of 13-year-olds. We beat the shit out of these dudes with me and my homeboys, right? So that's the first thing. Protection. Can you protect your household? So I gained dominance over my household to let my mom know I ain't no more men coming over here. You get this dude. I don't beat all their ass. You're going to find a new man or you ain't going to have no man over here. Second thing is the financial side. I went to my mom and I said, okay, mom, here's the deal. This is now my house. She looked at me like I'm crazy, and she's like, what are you talking about? I said, well, we're on Section 8, and I take the money to the rent office, and I know we pay $35 a month. I know why we pay $35 a month, because my friends paid $350 a month because one of my friends had a dad, and they weren't on welfare. And I know how much the welfare check is. I know how much the food stamps is, and I understand how you're getting all these benefits because of me. So if I was to leave the house at the age of 13, 14 and go live with one of these hood rats, which I actually can, because all the young girls were starting to leave their mama house and get their own house, because you can get on Section 8 at the age of 16, 17. I can get with a 17-year-old at the age of 14 and go live with her, and she'll lose her benefits. So with all that being said, the reason why you're getting this discount, which means I am now actually a provider.
Wait, I get it, but you're moving too fast. So you said at 13, you was beating up grown men.
Yes. Me and my homeboys, not just me.
You're your homeboys. Yeah. And then you said,
we got to bring this to a close. Last point, y'all.
Yeah. I'm kind of confused because if you saying you told her you was in charge of the house, but did you say she called the police on you?
When I came back, we had that conversation, and I'm like, Mom, so this is what's going to go down. No men are coming over here. You're just going to have to call the police on me again. Because if you call the police again, I'm just going to move out and go live with one of the hood rats, like I just said. So she had to make a decision. Are you going to let me stay and run this household? Because thus far, you have not done a good job at running this household. So I ran my own household as a child. So financially, I started paying the bills because I was selling dope. Right or wrong, but I was selling dope. It wasn't many bills, $35, a little shit like that. So I was paying the bills, little $35 a month. So overall, I paid for the household. So I had the protection, then I had the finances as a child. So systematically, I learned as a young person on how to run a household. So therefore, I went on and went and got my own family and ran that household. And we had a system, kids, everything went right.
All right, there we go. Guys, just tuning in. Welcome to Lapeef Let's Talk. Make sure you get the likes up. Also, make sure you subscribe to the channel. Time to get to the meat of the conversation, because we know the ladies like the meat. Y'all ready?
Okay, you don't like the meat? You had a look on your face.
JR with the joke, man. He gonna run that.
Yeah.
Kay was like, she don't like meat. I don't know. I'm just checking.
No, it's cool.
Stay vegan.
Thank you, JR. And really.
Whenever nobody wants you, it's hard not to take what comes. The power to say no comes from knowing that this isn't your only chance. With that being said, that brings me to the main topic of the night. Standards are born out of options. Standards are born out of options. Let's speak on that. I was going to you first, Q.
Oh, I didn't use the restroom.
Okay. Who would like to go first on this topic? Standards are born out of options.
Well, I'll talk. I can hold my restroom. I saw there was rolling of eyes.
Yeah, mic is out, Q.
Oh, I'm sorry. There was rolling of eyes when I said I wanted to go to the restroom.
No, you can go.
No, I was talking to Kay. She was rolling her eyes like I couldn't use the restroom. But
You can
no, I'm just saying you rolled your eyes and
well, I'm glad you're back. Go ahead and answer.
Thank you. Standards are born out of options. Standards. Can you explain what this question is asking, please? What do you mean by it? Because I know your questions are kind of tricky at times.
Okay, so what's wrong, Elijah? You got it?
No, I don't know. I was about to say the same thing.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna read the first part with it again. So standards are born out of options. So what I said was that whenever nobody wants you, right? We're talking about relationships. It's hard not to take what comes. The power to say no comes from knowing that this isn't your only option. So when someone has options, it's easier for them to be able to say no because they have options. But somebody, and it's easy for you to have those standards, so to speak. But somebody that doesn't have options, they'll just give right in.
Oh, that's what that meant.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I agree to that statement. That's like a man that makes over a certain amount of money and he's well put together. He has a whole bunch of options, right? Compared to women, if the older we are, if we have more baggage, multiple kids, we don't have as much options. So, we have to be more realistic in what we can obtain.